Hello, my friends. How are you? Are you feeling better? Seeing my previous videos? Now I will be talking in front of you about mind control. At first, let me ask a question. Who poises your hand? You will say, I am poising my hand. So you are the master of your hand. If you order your hand to keep a book, your hand will keep the book. If you order your hand, take the glass of water, your hand will take the glass of water. If you ask your hand to touch your head, he will touch your head. So you are the master of your hand. Similarly, a thing is present in your body. You may say that as a organ or as you like. That is mind. The mind cannot be seen, but it can be perceived. Now, if I ask you that whether you are poisoning your mind, you will say, yes, I am poisoning my mind. Now, if I ask you whether mind is controlling you or you are controlling your mind, then you will fall in danger, because most of us are controlled by our mind. Though mind is our organ, mind is our servant. What is actually happening? Mind become master and we become his servant. What should be? We become the master, mind become the servant. If in a family or in elsewhere, servant become the head, servant become the master, then what will happen? The organization will be slow, will be damaged, will be annihilated, will be destroyed. Similarly, we are destroying, we are weakening ourselves because we can't control our mind. Because we should control our mind, but mind is actually controlling us. Say you are going to a market, in your money bag there is no enough money, but your mind is telling you to purchase the big hilsa. Then with your mind, to keep the request of your mind, you are purchasing that and you are suffering from financial crisis. Say you have gone to a garment shop, your mind is telling you, tell that beautiful shirt. You have no such money, you have no such amount of money. But you are going towards your mind and purchase the shirt and suffering from financial crisis. In many of our cases, we are following our mind. We are doing what mind is telling us, but we cannot rebuke our mind. We cannot scold our mind to avoid such type of desire. This is our most problem. So we must control our mind. We must control our mind. Mind is our slave, but we become the slave of our mind. This is the most important problem. And for this problem, most of us are suffering. Now, how shall you control your mind? First, notice your mind. See your mind, what type of thinking he is doing. If you notice your mind will be arrested. Do not disturb the mind, but notice your mind, what type of thinking he is doing. Let him go where he wants to go. And notice it. Then the mind will be arrested. When the mind will be fixed, then you will judge what is just and what is unjust. When your mind will tell something to do, then just or unjust, whether mind is traveling you in a right way or whether your mind is traveling you in a rough way. Your mind is just like a mad elephant. He will destroy you if you follow him, if you go in consequence of him. So at first, the most important process of controlling our mind is to notice our mind. Always notice your mind. The chamber of the mind is the frontal lobe of our brain, the cerebrum, the frontal lobe of our brain, cerebrum. It is his seat, but he can go elsewhere. Say you are sitting to read something, he is going to football ground, he is going to a TV where a talk show is happening, he is going to here and there. Bring him, say him to come, and tell him to sit in his own chair. This is the most important thing. This will help you to control your mind. Mind is going here and there, thinking either or neither, this, that. Most think material things, most illogical thinkings are thought by your mind, which is annihilating you, which is making you going to be destroyed. Please control your mind. First point is to notice your mind. If you notice properly your mind will be arrested and you can control it. Secondly, when mind will tell you to do something, don't go with the mind. Please think what is just and what is unjust. What is just and what is unjust. What is mind is telling you to do, if your mind is telling you to do something, keep it for doing later on. Wait and see. Think properly whether mind is controlling you rightly or not. This is a second process. Third process is that think always whether you are suffering from insomnia, whether you are suffering from depression, whether you are suffering from mental anxiety or stress factor, etc. Stress factor, anxiety, insomnia, etc. disturbing your mind, irritating your mind, and will control your mind in wrong way. So, to control your mind, anxiety level should be decreased, tension level should be decreased, stress level should be decreased. For decreasing stress level, for decreasing anxiety level, you must think that what you are thinking, that is for your good or that is for your bad. Or by thinking, what can you have done? Say you are suffering from a problem. Day-wise thinking, day and night thinking can solve the problem? Not. So you make a particular time to think. Say I will think for 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. This time you are thinking about that matter. Another time, when the thing will come in your mind, say your mind that I have scheduled a time to think about that problem. So now I am not thinking about that matter. In this way, you control your thinking. By thinking, you cannot solve your problem, but you will suffer from mental anxiety, hypertension, high BP. So control your thinking. Next time, if you cannot solve your problem by thinking or by doing something by your effort, then keep it for the time. Don't avoid the problem, keep it for the time. Either solve, or if you can solve, keep it for the time. Don't repeatedly think about that matter. Don't repeatedly think about the matter. Particularly schedule a time to think about the matter in a day. Another thing is that to control your mind is to think the happy incidents happened in your life. Say you have gone to travel a sea, or you have gone to travel a beautiful spot, you have done a picnic with your friends, you have done a marriage ceremony of your friend, of your neighbor. The incidents happened in that ceremony, which gives you joy, which gives you pleasure. That incidents should be thought by you regularly. Sit in a chair, expand your body as much as possible, and then think that you have gone there, you are participating in the festival, you are eating in the feast, you are making talks with your friends. That means recapitulation of the joyful events happened in your life. Recapitulation of the joyful events happened in your life should be done when your mind is suffering from anxiety. Decreasing your thinking, you can manage your stress level. Don't unnecessarily think. When unnecessary thinking will come, say by mouth or by mind in mind, that stop thinking. If you practice this repeatedly, you can control your thinking. If you can control your thinking, if you can control your thinking positively, then only stress will be decreased, anxiety level will be decreased. Think positively, think progressively, and don't think negatively. What may be happened, you need not think. Think for the present. At first think for the day. Better think for few months coming, not for 15 years after what will happen, not for 10 years after what will happen, not that. This is not the way. This will damage your present and future also. Think properly, positively, always think what is your ability and what you can do. For students, what is your intelligence level? What can you do? Always balance between your desire and your capability, between what you want to be and what is your inherent capacity. If you maintain that, if you balance that about what is your ability, what potential you have possessed and what you want to be, then unnecessary thinking will not come. Unnecessary thinking is coming in your mind for your desire to fulfill. Please decrease your desire level. At first decrease your desire level. Or think what type of desires can be enjoyed by you as per your capacity. What extent of desire can be enjoyed by you as per your capacity, both mental, physical and financial. If you eradicate unexpected desire, then unexpected thinking will not come, and unexpected thinking will not disturb your mind, and your stress level, anxiety level will be decreased, high BP will be decreased, you will feel relaxed, depression will not come. So in this way, by thinking, by judgment, what is just, what is unjust, by noticing your mind, by eating proper nutritious food, by sleeping 7 or 8 hours per day regularly, by early rising, by not quarreling with others, by not excessive talking, by not excessive expensing, by not increasing your desire, you can stop unnecessary thinking, which will provide you peace, tranquility, and will make you stress-free. So thank you. Next time I will talk about positive thinking and mental health.